And I was a sous chef at some point in a restaurant, so I
No
like to cook.
way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hi, how are you doing, guys? Congratulations,
Hello.
congratulations on the new season. I mean, and it just gets better and better, this show. I absolutely love it. So going into season 4, though, I'm wondering, maybe we'll start with Lucas. Do you have a feel for the character at that point? Are you a little bit less, not nervous, but is it like putting on an old pair of shoes, that it's like easier to get into the head of Gabrielle Shirley by the time you're on season 4? Or is that not the case?
It's you leave for a year and you gather experience and you change a lot, especially when you're in this industry and all the things we go through. And I feel like the costume gets tighter and tighter because in Emily's world only one day has passed, so I'm like 4 years ahead of Gabrielle in terms of personal growth. So it's weird. I feel like I'm growing apart, and at the same time, I know him pretty well, but I don't have the same instincts, and I wouldn't make the same choices. So it gets harder, and at the same time, it gets easier. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel.
It does. And it must be exciting when you get the script for the new season, Camille, like when you see what's going to be happening. And with your character, there's so much going on. Do you know what I mean? Throw in a pregnancy, throw in all sorts. So are you racing through that script to find out what's going to happen? Is that an exciting time when you first get your hands on it?
Well, as an actress, it's good material to play with because I have this range of emotion to play with. So as an actor, it's obviously very nice because I can show a range. But as a person, to be honest, I was really surprised by the script. It's like everything, it's too much happening, you know what I mean? Like she's losing the baby because she got a false positive because of medication. The marriage is not happening. Then Sophia is leaving me. It's like the vulnerable season for Camille. It's a lot to take in.
It's a huge amount. And then you've got this kind of, like triangle almost going on, obviously with Lily Collins' character, Emily. For the two of you then, what's Lily like to work with? Because there's kind of obviously this, script-wise, special relationship between the three of you.
Well, I remember shooting that scene with Lily in the pound, and that was really so much fun because the boats were not holding. We had this little wire that keeps us floating and keeps us in the right place, and it was fun to shoot, but also like a little bit chaotic. So for us, it was we laughed a lot because it was hard to shoot.
I'd say it was, and it was fun to watch, even though you had to get thrown into the Monet Water Lily Pond. But these are such special locations. When you find out, oh, we're doing that scene in the Monet Water Lily Pond, are you kind of impressed, or is it the show at a point where you're like, of course we are, it's Emily in Paris?
No, honestly, you know what? I thought we were going to shoot that in a studio, so I was very, very happy we get to shoot in the proper location. And honestly, the place is stunning. It's very beautiful.
I believe it. It looks it on screen. I'd love to go in real life someday. I mean, Lucas, it must be proud actually for both of you that you're showing off Paris. Like with this show, it's bringing to the whole world. You're showing off a part of France. It's absolutely beautiful. It's French people. Is it a bit special that this show, and also there's a lot of dialogue that's in French in this show. It's not just a novelty. Do you know? Is it nice to have a show like this that's so internationally acclaimed?
Absolutely, yeah. It feels good to have this American perspective. Pay attention to Paris and try to sublime it. It's something to be proud of. I feel like, of course, we're not because we're French and we complain a lot. But, I think it's beautiful. It's good for our city. The same way I was proud of the Olympics. I'm proud of the light Emily in Paris shades on Paris.
Yeah, and of course you play a chef. I mean, I was wondering for both of you, are you good cooks in real life? Because there is actually a bit of a stereotype that people would imagine French people are just can cook something up in a second, generally something fabulous.
Yeah.
Are you good in the kitchen?
Yeah, I cook a lot. My mom is a great cook, and she transmitted her passion. And I was a sous chef at some point in a restaurant, so I like to cook. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That makes the character easier if you're having proper experience.
Yeah, true. I actually mentioned it at the audition. I told Darren, I was like, I need to use that to my advantage.
Yeah, amazing. We have to, before we go, talk about the fashion. I mean, let's talk to you, Camille. Like the wardrobe, it's an exciting part, I assume, of being a main character in a show like this. Do you enjoy the whole time? There must have been ages going through wardrobe with you.
I love it so much. I love working with Marilyn Fitoussi, the costume designer, and the fact that I can be able to put the spotlight on new upcoming designers. That's a huge thing for me, and I think that's the real advantage of the show, because fashion is such a hard industry, and to be able to showcase new upcoming designer, that was the thing for me. I was like, Marilyn, we have to pick new designers so they get the chance to be seen.
I love that. That's a brilliant idea. Thank you so much for talking to me out of time. It was an absolute pleasure, and congratulations for part 2. Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.